What is the history of traditional Arctic clothing? Have you ever wondered how people survive in the harsh Arctic environment? Traditional Arctic clothing is a fascinating topic that reveals much about life in polar regions. This clothing has a rich history rooted in indigenous innovation, developed over thousands of years to withstand extreme cold. The origins of traditional Arctic clothing trace back to around 22,000 years ago among Siberian peoples. By 2,500 years before the Common Era, these clothing systems spread to northern Canada and Greenland. Archaeological finds, such as sewing tools and preserved garments, show that basic designs remained remarkably consistent over the centuries. For instance, clothing fragments from 1000 to 1600 of the Common Era look very similar to those documented in the 17th to 20th centuries. This consistency highlights the enduring functional principles of Arctic clothing. The materials used in traditional clothing are just as interesting. Caribou and sealskin were the primary choices due to their durability and insulating properties. Caribou hides have hollow hair follicles that trap air, providing lightweight warmth. The clothing typically consists of a two-layer system, an inner layer with fur facing inward for insulation, and an outer layer with fur facing outward to repel wind and moisture. Sealskin, known for its waterproof and wind-resistant qualities, was commonly used for boots and outerwear, especially in coastal areas. Cultural exchange played a role in the evolution of Arctic clothing as well. When European explorers arrived in the late 1500s, they introduced new materials like metal needles and woven fabrics. These items were gradually integrated into traditional practices. However, the core design philosophy, layered animal skins tailored for specific activities, remained intact. This design ensured survival in temperatures that could drop below -40 degrees Celsius. In more recent times, the reliance on traditional clothing has decreased due to lifestyle changes in the 20th century. However, there has been a cultural revival in recent decades. Modern Inuit designers are blending historical techniques with contemporary styles, creating garments for both ceremonial use and fashion. This revival shows how traditional Arctic clothing continues to be relevant today, serving as both practical gear and a symbol of cultural heritage. Traditional Arctic clothing is still vital for activities that requiring prolonged outdoor exposure, such as hunting and dog sledding. Its layered design allows for adjustable insulation, while the placement of seams and orientation of fur maximize heat retention. These principles are now being studied for modern cold-weather gear. To summarize, traditional Arctic clothing has a history that spans over 4,000 years. The mastery of materials like caribou and sealskin highlights the adaptability of Arctic communities. Modern adaptations preserve traditional knowledge while meeting contemporary needs, showcasing the resilience of Arctic cultures. This history illustrates how Arctic communities turned environmental challenges into sustainable innovations, providing lessons in survival and cultural identity.